So inviting you now to come into a seated position, feeling the sit bones maybe root into the chair as the spine rises tall out of the pelvis and the crown of the head pointing towards the ceiling or the sky. Maybe rolling back the shoulders so the shoulder blades are onto the back and the shoulders are dropping away from the ears. Feeling a sense of tallness in the spine. Maybe noticing the feet making contact with the ground, rooting and earthing. Maybe the backs of the calves making contact with the chair or whatever you're sitting on. Thighs, weight going down, gravity pulling the weight of the body down as the spine grows tall. Slight engagement maybe into the core to support the lower back. Maybe gently noticing the waves of breath as you scan the body. The upper arms falling away from the shoulders, relaxing the hands and the arms, releasing any tension or tightness or holding that might be present in the hands. And opening across the chest, embodying that sense of open-mindedness and curiosity for your moment-to-moment experience. Maybe releasing any tension or tightness you notice in the jaw or the face or the forehead, releasing any little tensions around the eyes and those little micro muscles around the eyes. So settling into this posture that feels relaxed, embodying that intention of self-care and kindness towards yourself, but also open, tall and alert, embodying your intention to be awake and aware for your experience as it arises moment by moment. Gaze lowered or the eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. Taking the awareness inwards. Checking in with the intention. What brings you here? What brings you to this practice? And then your attention. What is that anchor, that supportive place that you can come back to over and over again whenever the mind wanders off? Or maybe when something intense arises in your experience. That home base that you can come back to cultivate steadiness and calm and rest your awareness in for a while. That could be the breath or your body sensations or sounds. Of choosing what supports you best. Then checking in with the attitude you bring to this practice. One of kindness and self-care towards yourself. But just checking in for a moment with your intention, attitude, and attention. And coming back to the anchor, bringing a curious and open mind to the exploration of your anchor. If that's the breath, maybe noticing the breath coming in through the nostrils. A little coolness on the way in as it travels maybe through the nose, down through the throat. Noticing where you feel the breath most in the body. Maybe it's the rise and fall of the chest or into the belly. Maybe you even sense it into the ribs or the shoulders. And remembering there's no right or wrong way to breathe. There's just breathing. And the body knows how to breathe itself. So as best you can, sitting in the seat of the observer of the breath. Just resting your awareness on the breath. Following the waves, the ebb and flow of the in-breath and the out-breath. Each breath unique. Maybe noticing the texture, the pace, the rhythm. Not wanting things to be any different than you find them. Allowing the breath to be exactly as it is. And when you notice the mind wandering off into some thought, story, just labeling it as the nature of the thought, maybe planning, daydreaming, worrying, whatever it is, just labeling it and then acknowledging yourself for noticing that the mind has wandered. That's a moment of mindfulness, a moment of being aware of your experience. And then gently and kindly shepherding your awareness back onto your breath or your anchor of choice. Riding the waves of the breath, maybe noticing the skin expand on the inhale, contract on the exhale. Just following the in-breath all the way in and the out-breath all the way out. Maybe noticing slight pauses before an inhale turns into an exhale, and before an exhale turns into an inhale. Just really bringing that curious mind, resting your awareness onto the breath, into this present moment. And then widening the focus of your attention around the breath to take in the whole body, breathing. Noticing the space that the body takes up. Maybe there's a sensation arising from the body. And just noticing it without any judgment or criticism. Maybe breathing into it, creating some spaciousness around it, or moving and adjusting in a way that supports you. And coming back to noticing the full body breathing. Noticing what it's like to breathe and be. enough to just be aware moment. A thought might pop in, and again, just noticing where the mind has wandered off to. And just like an untrained puppy, gently bringing it back to the awareness of your breath. That anchor point that steadies you, cultivating that sense of groundedness, earthing back into this moment. Back to following the breath. And the mind might wander many times. And each time you notice, congratulating yourself for noticing. And each time, bringing the awareness back. That's where the muscle of mindfulness is built. Bringing back, beginning again. Just riding the waves of the breath. Relaxing the body if there's any areas of tightness or tension that have been emerging. Relaxing the hands. Relaxing the shoulders and the face and the jaw, forehead. Softening, relaxing and releasing with each breath. And remembering that your anchor is always available to you, within or outside of practice, on or off the mat. A place you can come back to over and over again to feel safe, to steady and calm.